So it was midnight. I had just finished playing Terraria, and I decided to grab a midnight snack and watch some YouTube. Like any normal person with a functioning brain. So I start scrolling, looking for something to watch while eating, and then I saw this video. And I was like, wait, I can do this with Forsaken. So hey, welcome back. Today's video is, can you realistically survive Forsaken Killer's abilities? But before we start, let me set some ground rules. First, I'm only covering abilities that actually deal damage. That means basic attack M1s count, but things like buffs or aura detection aren't. Second, I'm not including kill animations because, well, it's a kill animation. And lastly, every single attack must land. So imagine this. A person is strapped to a wall and the killers are free to hit all of their abilities perfectly. Yeah, that's it. And for the rankings, we got it'll hurt, but you'll be fine. Pretty self-explanatory. Next, we got high chance of short to long-term damage. These are attacks that'll mess you up a bit, take bleeding, bruises, and maybe minor injuries, but nothing permanently life-threatening. Then, we have You'll Wish You Were Dead. These abilities cause extreme pain or serious injury. You can survive, but only if you get medical help fast. And finally, Milestone 1 Noli. This tier is basically instant death, no debate. The reason why I named it that, just look at the Milestone 1 Noli render. Yeah, you will understand. First off the way, we got John Doe's digital footprints. Now, realistically in real life, the puddle is just some error code, so it's probably not gonna hurt you. But I'll give it a benefit of the doubt. It's gonna hurt like, how do you say this? Like you're being eaten alive by fire ants. Yeah, it hurts, but you'll survive. You'll be fine. Up next, we got Punch from Cool Kid. I mean, it's literally just a punch, nothing special. And compared to our killer abilities we'll see later, this is probably the second least threatening one. Yeah, it'll hurt, but you're walking it off. And lastly, yes, lastly, we've got Hunter's Feast from Nosferatu. Now, this might be a bit of a controversial take, but this ability is basically just sends a swarm of bats to bite you, specifically vampire bats. And here's something a lot of people don't know. Vampire bat bites don't really hurt that much. Their saliva actually contains unnatural anesthetics, so you barely feel the bite. Now sure, if you're getting bitten multiple times, yeah, it's gonna sting a bit, but overall, still not that bad compared to what's coming next. Nerd! To start off the high chance of short or long-term damage tier, we got Noli's Void Rush. Specifically, the Void Slam. Now, the Void Slam is just Noli slamming your face into the ground. You're probably gonna break your nose and probably get some nosebleed and some minor bleeding. But again, it's just gonna be a short terms of damage. It's gonna heal off. Up next, we got Corrupt Nature from Cool Kid. This ability is basically the equivalent of getting a brick thrown at you in real life.
Oh! Shoot! Oh!
It's gonna hurt, and you're probably gonna be getting some minor to moderate bruising. And yeah, before you ask, what if it hits your head? Realistically, people have started getting hit in the head with a brick. You'd likely get a concussion, but it's still survivable. Next up, we got Slash, which is the M1 for Slasher and John Doe. It's just a standard blade or claw attack. You're gonna bleed, no doubt, but one slash alone is enough to outright kill you. Now, Nosferatu's lacerate is a bit worse. Laceration wounds are generally more painful and harder to deal with than a clean slash. They tear the skin more unevenly, which makes them tougher to heal and more painful overall. Then we have Noli's Stab, which is his M1. It's a straightforward stabbing attack from his tentacle thing from the Void Star. You'll definitely bleed, but unless it hits something vital, it's not immediately fatal. Next is Sixer's Infernal Cry. This is basically like having your eardrums ruptured from extremely high-pitched scream. You're looking at bleeding ears and likely temporary or even permanent hearing loss. Moving on, Nosferatu's Cataclysm. This one's a bit tricky. but I'm gonna say it's a bit more dangerous. You've got the initial explosion damage, and it leaves behind a blood puddle that seems to keep damaging you if you step on it, almost like acid. I can't say the explosion might kill you, but it's a small shockwave and it's a blood explosion. So I'm guessing it's gonna be painful because it causes bleeding, but you're still surviving it. Now we got 1x1x1's entanglement. You get hit and killed by two swords. Realistically, those blades would stay stuck in your body, which is actually better than pulling them out immediately. As long as no vital organs are hit and the swords stay in place, you can survive, but it's going to hurt a lot. And lastly for this tier, Nosferatu's Ascension. You get pounced on, having some of your blood drain, and then get thrown. You're still surviving this, but between the blood loss and the impact from being thrown, your entire body is going to feel it. Hey, sorry to disturb, but since you watched this far, why don't you give this video a like and subscribe? It really helps out my channel and it also really helps me a lot in real life. So yeah, let's get back to the video. Starting off strong, we've got Nolly's Nova. Okay, so imagine a grenade, but worse. Not only does it explode, it also pulls you inward at the same time. So you're not just getting blasted, you're also feeling parts of your body being dragged towards the center of the explosion. Next, we have Sixers covering Slash and Eviscerate, which is their M1. Now, yeah, it's just a claw attack. But have you seen Sixer's claw? Those things are long enough to pierce deep into your body and easily hit vital organs. At that point, it's not just a slash, it's internal damage. But if you somehow is still alive, a quick medical response might help you survive. And now, here's Nosferatu's Bloodhook. A spear gets thrown at you, impales your body, and then starts pulling you in. So not only are you dealing with a deep puncture wound, you're also being dragged while it's still inside you. I don't think I need to explain how painful that would be, so you get the point. Moving on, we got 1x1's Mass Infection. It's an energy shockwave that also poisons you on impact. So you're taking the initial hit and then your body has to deal with the poison on top of that. We're still with 1x and it's going to be the Slash. It's a sword attack that can inflict poison. Honestly, that already tells you everything you need to know. And finally, Cool Kids Pizza Delivery. You get yelled by two people, beaten up, and then suddenly you're set on fire for 10 seconds. And just you know, burning alive is considered one of the most painful things a human can experience. So, yeah. Starting off with the least painful death here, Slasher's Behead. A clean beheading. Honestly, this is probably the quickest and least painful way to go in this entire tier. Up next, we got John Doe's Corrupt Energy. You get impaled by a massive spike from below. And the pain might be different on which part of your body gets hit. If you get hit from the right down under from your pipe hole to your mouth, that's gonna hurt a lot. But if you get hit straight to the head, that's a pretty peaceful and fast death. So that's a blessing in disguise. Now we have the more painful deaths. Starting with Cool Kids Walk Speed Alright. You get slashed by a long sword and then get knocked back a mile away and then set on fire. So, do I need to explain why this is just a death? First off, you get a pretty deep slashing wound. You get set on fire and your entire bones are pretty much gone. Up next, Slasher's Gashing Wound. And finally, Sixer's Demonic Pursuit. Just imagine being hunted down and mauled by a massive 10-foot tall wolf. Claws tearing through your skin, your muscles, everything. You're not just dying, you're getting torn apart. And so, we're done with this video. Thank you all for watching, like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you all on my next video. Goodbye!